In today's video, we have a decent sized fender dent that is directly on a body line. Just by glancing at this, we have a lot of built up pressure all in the upper half of this dent. The inside of this dent is pushed in pretty far. We also have some damage here on the lower part of this lip as well. And here's a view of it from the opposite direction. By looking at this from the top view, you can see how far that body line's pushed in. I'm gonna come in and take all these trim clips out. This thing just slides right up underneath there and it pops out. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shove my vise in through here. I'm gonna put my metal plate down. Now you can see here what I'm working with. I got this metal plate directly on that body line. You can see the gap inside of there. And as I put pressure on this, I'm gonna be looking straight down into that and watch that metal move. Now before I start adding a lot of pressure on this, I need to come in through here and get a lot of heat, especially here on the upper part of this crown. Now I'm gonna come in and start applying pressure on this. So with having all that pressure on that body line and beating on that crown, you can see how much of that metal is moved back in its place. Now I'm gonna apply some more pressure and get some more heat on this. I'm gonna use this to come in and lay some of this tighter metal in here flat. Now I'm gonna get in here, I'm gonna loosen this clamp up and I'm gonna shift it down into the lower section where we see all this damage in through here. Now that we have that clamp moved down, you can see how much of that metal that clamp moved out. We have very little work in there to do now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get some pressure here on this bottom half. Now that I have that metal in there pancaked, I got all this pressure here. I'll come in from the bottom area. I'm gonna rest this tool right here on this tire. I'm gonna do all my prying off that. And with that shaft in there being so long, I barely have to put any pressure on here to move. All right guys, here's the outcome of this fender dent. I'm pretty happy with the way this thing turned out. With being right there on that body line, that vise made some really quick work for this dent. I might end up coming in and doing a little bit of wet sanding on this. And here's a look at the damage without the paintless dent repair light.